Roxanne, we are finally here.
Yes.
We are starting a podcast. Woo-hoo! I almost feel like Oprah on this one. I want to say, today is our first introductory show. But you know, Oprah sings everything. Today.
You get a show. You get a show.
You get a show.
Actually, we get a show.
Right. Hey everybody, welcome to the Chat and Chew Show. I am Betty Jones
And I'm Roxanne.
my co-host Miss Roxanne, and we are super thrilled to be able to do this. So we wanted to start this first show with just some introductory who we are and why Chat and Chew. People are always like, what in the world? A friend of mine thought I said satin shoes. Satin shoe. No, it's chat.
Because that's the thing.
And chew. I'll buy some satin shoes from you, but the show is called Chat and Chew, and so we just wanted to.
I'm sorry. You should have sold her some
If
satin.
I had some, I would have. Lord knows I need some gas money. But so we just wanted to introduce who we are and why we're doing this, and just so thrilled to have people like you who are going to be joining us. So I'm going to interview Roxanne, and then Roxanne's going to interview me. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So Roxanne,
Yes.
what's your name?
Hey, Betty. My name is Roxanne.
Roxanne.
Okay, cool.
Good. And you guys can't see, Vanessa is our producer behind the camera. So if you hear some laughing, that's going to be Vanessa. She's like one of our biggest fans.
Everybody wave at Vanessa.
Everybody say hi, Vanessa.
She's waving at you, but she can't see.
I know. We're so happy to have this team of ladies together, man. It's so great. Okay, so Roxanne.
Yes.
Chat and Chew is a show about helping people do relationships better. Okay, so I know both of us have different stories. I'm way older than Roxanne, by the way.
Way older.
Wait, So Roxanne, tell us a little bit about your romantic or relationship life. Like, where are you on the spectrum right now?
Ooh, how long do you want this to be?
Short. Well, here, don't name names. Don't say my name, okay? Because they may be watching.
No.
I know.
I don't want to count any bodies. But actually, so I am divorced, and I have been divorced it's going on like 3 years now. I was married for 5 years, and like everybody, I thought when I got married it would last forever. It did not. So it took a while to go through the whole like letting go of expectations, what I thought would happen and all that. And so I've been on this personal journey of just loving myself, having a good relationship with myself, growing in relationships in general. So this is like the most interesting topic to me because I think the world revolves around relationships.
Oh, for sure.
So like even professional, I think you build everything off relationships. So that's where I am with it.
So I know we're not here yet because in the show we're going to be talking about this a whole lot, just in our upcoming shows and that. But where there are signs before this happened, before you had to say, I know, huh? She's like, dang, we're going deep right away. But where there are signs that say, hey, I don't know, maybe we should go in a different direction now.
There were signs.
Okay.
Definitely. But I think I had to like wait for them all to add up.
Okay.
So it's like you know how you get that one straw that breaks the camel's back, and then you look back and you're like, oh, and then there was that one time, and it was that other time, and I remember, see, this whole time, and you just feel bamboozled, right? And it's like,
wow. Okay.
not, but
no, I get it.
You're like, hey, this whole time it wasn't right, but but if you didn't go through that, you wouldn't have that lesson.
Right.
Like I don't regret being married, even though I'm divorced, because my ex-husband did help me become a different person.
Okay.
And I learned a lot about, I think with every relationship you learn more about yourself.
Yeah.
If you're willing to do that, you learn way more about yourself than anybody else.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. So in upcoming Chat and Chew shows, we're going to dive deep into like the serious topics. If you're single and divorced or widowed or whatever, we're going to be talking about things, giving you tools and tips that can empower you to grow. Because I've known Roxanne in marriage and now outside of marriage, and I can tell you she's a different woman than she was back in those days. But we didn't really even know you that well back in those days. So
Because I didn't talk.
she didn't talk.
Now I chat and chew.
That's right.
You
That's
know?
why that's
See
why
what
we do the show. I was like, see. So my story is.
Yes, please tell me. Wait, first, what's your name?
My name is Betty. Betty Jones.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm thrilled to be on Chat and Chew. And well, I'm married 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Vanessa's like, oh wow.
This is where we stop for applause.
Like 30 years is a long time. But I got married in my late 20s. But my sister was already married when she got married at 18. So everybody's looking at me like, are you next? I'm like, I'm not even dating yet.
Oh my God.
And I was just terrible at dating. That's just a whole nother story. An upcoming show on how not to date, right? And I met my husband, and we immediately, you guys, we did this so fast. I do not recommend this. We met in February, Valentine's Day. We were engaged by April same year. Wow. Married December same year. Now, mind you, isn't that crazy? I didn't even know him. I didn't know who he came. I was in Maryland at the time. He came from Virginia to come visit our church.
Oh my goodness.
And we started talking. We went on our first date, went on the second date, third date. April, we were engaged. And then December, we were married. And then we left 2 weeks after we were married and moved to Minnesota.
Wait a minute. Okay.
I know. So don't do this. Do not do this.
Okay, so pause.
Yeah. Isn't this crazy?
So did y'all have a chance to meet did you meet any family or anything during that time?
So this is the weird thing. I forgot. I think we went out on a date on either Friday or Saturday. Now you're trying to get me to remember 30 years ago. But
what time was it?
I know, really. I don't even know. Right. And I think we went to the mall or something on Saturday. Okay, I think we went on a date on Friday, went to the mall on Saturday when malls were like a big thing.
When you actually go to the mall.
You go to the mall, right? But he took me to his grandmother's house for Sunday dinner.
Oh my goodness.
And his grandmother says, now remember, I don't know these people. I don't know him. He could be an axe murderer. I don't even know, right?
Oh my goodness.
And his grandmother says, I wish he'd make up his mind if he want you or the other girl. That's what grandma said. Wow. And I'm like, so, like, not, right? I didn't even put two and two together. And in December, I forgot, he proposed to me. No one knows this because I've never said this publicly. He proposed to me at Landmark Mall. How ironic.
And now you're at Landmark
And we're at Landmark Church. I know.
What?
He proposed to me. Wait a minute. Anyway. So he proposed to me. I said yes. We were married by December.
Wow.
In the same year, and then moved to Minnesota. So that's my story. I married 30.
Said, get it done.
She said, Grandma said, stop playing around with these other ones. And he tells me now how they really liked me, the family and that and stuff too. So, but that's my story. Isn't that crazy?
It's amazing.
Yeah. Don't do this. If you are just met a guy, do not get engaged and do not marry him.
It's funny because I can't say it's crazy, and crazy is my word. I like using it for myself and others. But I actually can't say it's crazy because you did that, and now 30 years later,
I know.
You are married.
We're still married. We've had our ups and downs. Thank God we've gone through struggles. I mean, but I think the way I approached it is I approached him as my friend. I don't know if I told you this story before, but when I first met him, I was in this frame of mind where I said, you know, I'm done with guys. I'm chasing this dude around. He like stringing me along. I'm just tired. I'm done with guys. And I met Elwood, and I was like, he's a nice guy. He'll be a good guy for my friend. I was about to say her name, but I'm not going to say it. And I called her, and I said, I met this guy I think you're going to really like. And she was like excited to meet him. And a couple days later, I called her back, and I said, I'm going to keep this one. To this day, I feel bad. But anyway, I'm going to keep this one.
So y'all both had decisions to make.
We had decisions to make, right? So that's our story. So we've been married 30 years, and God has been good. I'm telling you, He has been good. Yeah. So Roxanne, we decided to do a podcast. So
Yes.
from your point of view, you know, there are 750,000 podcasts out there.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
There are. Like 1% of the population has a podcast. So we decided to add our voice to it. So from your point of view, why would you say we started this podcast?
From my point of view, well, I can say.
She's like, you made me. I'm twisting my arm.
So Betty and I sat down and talked about, like, we both have always been interested in like helping people and like some speaking and like just like we like to talk. At the end of the day. And so, but we're both introverts.
I know,
which is funny.
weird.
Yeah.
I know. Unlikely pair.
We are introverts who like to talk. And so, so we sat down, we talked just about like, you know, how to start something, what would we start, how would it be? And Betty starts talking about a podcast because she listens to podcasts, and I'm like, oh yeah, I watch them on YouTube. And I love watching them.
Yeah.
And I was like, the more we talked about them, and we were like, oh, it'd be about relationships. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I think everything revolves around relationships. Yeah. Even like when I start a new job, the first thing I do is get to know everyone that's at the job. Because I want to know what motivates people.
Yeah.
I want to know what makes you tick.
Yeah.
All of that, because I feel like we are human beings who go everywhere.
Yeah.
And do everything. It's not like anyone turns into a robot.
Yeah.
When they get to work, and it's like nothing affects you now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like I'm always thinking about relationships and people. I love people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's why I was really excited about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm happy we're getting started.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, podcasts have been on my radar for a long time. I was doing a simple show back in the day called Betty Talk that didn't really go anywhere because I think people thought, oh, Betty's talking. Okay, I can listen to myself talk. I don't need to listen to her. Betty's talking.
That's nice.
Good, wonderful. All right. And so that it's been on my radar for years and years and years. But like Roxanne, what I discovered is that, especially ladies, right? You get us in a room, we will chat it up, and don't add food to it. It's like, oh yeah, it is on. Yes. It is on. Yes. Right? It could be there all night. And at church right now, we do like a small group called Chat and Chew, just a women's kind of thing at church. And I started to see the value in it. Like ladies coming together, and we have a rule there. This always cracks me up. It's like, you can't say anything in this group that's going to shock anybody, because everybody in the group has done some of everything, right? And so you're free to be able to talk. And so we're like, why don't we bring that? Why don't we expand our reach and start talking about topics that really will empower women to do their relationships better? So that's kind of one of the reasons. But I remember, Roxanne, I don't know if you remember this. We were at one of, I don't think you were there, I can't remember, but we were at a Chat and Chew, sitting around a table of ladies. I want to say it's about 8-9 ladies sitting around. And this one lady was saying her stuff. And I remember a lady next to me was like, wow, okay. I said, well, I guess we can be shocked. So just to have a platform like this that we can come and just be able to share some lessons learned and just laugh and just have a good time I'm really, really excited about this. All right, Roxanne, next question. Who is this show designed for? Now, I know we want everybody who wants to listen to come to it, but who would you say it's designed for?
Well, I would say for women.
She's all like
the lady.
All my single ladies? No, all my ladies. No.
All my ladies.
All my ladies.
Yeah, I think it's designed for women. I can say that I've been to the Chat and Chews, and I actually would coordinate my church schedule around Chat and Chew. But
and she is not lying.
Because the thing is, I really like learning from people who've been there and done that.
Yeah.
So anybody who's older than me, who has more experience, or just experienced anything different, I would just feel like I can learn from anybody else.
Yeah.
And so I think like this show is designed for any woman, any age,
Yeah.
who's gone through anything
Yeah.
and can talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I think, me at least, I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys as well, just your
Yeah.
stories,
Yeah.
even though we're sharing here and talking
Yeah.
with people here.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think it'll be a great conversation starter.
Oh yeah.
And for men as well.
Yeah.
If you want to cheat and like listen in, get the scoop on some good things.
I thought you meant like you want to cheat.
No, not cheat on somebody. Wait, this is sound bites. This is what. This is how to
Chat and Chew, showing you how to cheat on somebody.
Wait, now you can't use that word anymore. Jeez. Okay, if you would like to get the scoop
There you go. There you go.
on what women are thinking
Yeah.
and what we've been through and need
Yeah.
and want and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Then guys can also eavesdrop on this show as well.
Yeah. So the good thing about the show too is designed particularly, I mean, with women in mind, because we are women, and so we're going to talk about life from our vantage point. I always say Roxanne is a lot younger than I am, so we have different vantage point. I have 3 children.
She acting like she was on Game of Thrones.
So I have 3 children. One is an adult, and I have twin boys who are 6 years old. So I'm in that stage of life too. So I know what it's like to have to deal with, relationships, not just romantic ones, but children, and doing that too. So the show is designed pretty much for anybody who has a relationship. Everybody is in a relationship.
And we will just have female guests. So,
Yeah.
you know, it'll be a good conversation.
Oh, yeah.
It's just we can't speak from a male perspective.
Right.
about
Right.
it.
One of the other parts I'm excited about is because the show is called Chat and Chew, that we're going to also do food segments. And I don't know, we're supposed to do this one now, the avocado toast.
Avocado.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we
Wait,
come
is this
back.
the segment right now? Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Look, I'm getting back to show.
Okay. So,
I was doing a proper pause.
okay, you're right. Okay, good. So another segment that we're going to add to Chat and Chew, not only are we going to have the food part, but we're going to have a part there. It's called Ask the Coach. So we want you guys to send in your questions, like your tough questions. We have a professional coach that I'm really good friends with. In fact, I'm being coached right now by her. And her company is called Influential, and her name is Danisha, and it's going to be Ask Coach Danisha. So if you have questions that you're like, oh my, and we're going to look at the questions like, let's ask Danisha. And she's a professional coach in family counseling and things like that, so that's going to be really exciting. Mm-hmm. All right. So I think that's it. So our hope for you, as you tune in once a week for us, is that you will laugh, you will learn, you'll realize that life is better when we come together with friends and things like that. So that's what Chat and Chew is designed for. What's your hope?
My hope is the same. I hope that people do laugh and learn and love better.
Yeah.
And like actually can take stuff away that they can practice later.
Yeah.
And then I want to hear from everybody.
Yeah.
So I want to like hear questions. I want to hear stories. I want to hear of people chatting and chewing by themselves too,
That's right.
like with their own groups. So,
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
Yeah. Hey, I think this might be a t-shirt idea. Laugh, learn, and love.
Yeah.
All right. Look forward. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
This show was brought to you by the Chat and Chew Company. Music by Elwood Jones. Lyrics by Roxanne. Bring a Chat and Chew live event to your organization. Contact us at chatandchewshow@gmail.com.
Let's get together, it don't matter what we do, 'cause we have fun being silly.